Good afternoon, YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting in a Fan. Good afternoon to all of you in YouTube land. And wherever you are in YouTube land, I hope and pray that you and yours are happy, healthy, safe, and well. I am doing weekly draws for today, from the period from today, Monday, November 23rd, through next Monday, November 30th, 2020. I am using a combination of two decks. One is a tarot deck, namely the Star Spinner Tarot, written and illustrated by Trungles, and the Mystic Sisters Oracle deck, written and illustrated by the Emily Balivet. As I was shuffling the tarot deck, one of the cards flipped out, so just in case, let me put on my eyes. I haven't looked at what the Mystic Sisters Oracle card is yet, so that's going to be a surprise for all of us. So the card that is here is the King of Coins, more commonly known as the King of Pentacles. So absolutely do what you can to ensure that you have the powers of manifestation for money. And I didn't say that the right way, but and yet I feel like it flowed the way it was supposed to, but I am going to clarify. Begin planting seeds for future prosperity. And because it's the King of Coins, I'm going to say learn everything that you can, learn as much as you can, super saturate your consciousness with wealth, opulence, prosperity. You know, I recently began rereading Miracle Power for Infinite Riches by the late and great Dr. Joseph Murphy. And one of the things that he's recommended in one of the early chapters is to saturate one's consciousness with words of prosperity and success when going to sleep. For example, you could repeat in your mind over and over and over, wealth and health, wealth and health, wealth and health, and then super saturate your consciousness and have that be your nighttime bedtime mantra, and say that in your mind over and over and over again until you fall asleep. And if you do that consistently enough and often enough, you'll see what happens for you and what opens up for you. And the goddess card is Briad. Oh, I love Briad. You know, there was a time when the Irish pantheon was like whatever. It was there, you know. And for the record, the Irish pantheon is neither my primary, secondary, or tertiary pantheons. However, through a combination of experiences and people, I've come to fully appreciate and honor Briad. Briad is definitely I wouldn't say she's a beloved goddess. I do respect her. I do honor her. I don't have an enormous amount of love for her as I do, say, Osset, Hecate, Sekhmet, Selene, Athena, but I definitely honor her and revere her a lot more than I ever thought I would. So with the present, and I've often described Briad as the Irish goddess of divine healing, divine inspiration, and divine prosperity, whereas I like to call it hip. She's a divine hip. No, but seriously, I really feel like Briad is an ideal goddess to call upon whenever one needs an extra helping or a much needed dosage of healing, inspiration, and prosperity. She is a multifunctional goddess. Like many Irish goddesses, she has a connection to the sun, to war, to prophecy, to statecraft, which is a word that's been coming up in my consciousness lately, especially in 2020, but specifically between July and December of 2020. But I really feel like, and it's no coincidence, right now the sun is in the most evolved fire sign. It is in the sign of Sagittarius. So because, and I will show all of you the cards because I didn't do that yet. This is the King of Coins from the Star Spinner Tarot, depicting this beautiful white rabbit who has a bit of a puss on his face, but you know, that's another story. and Breed. Look, I love Emily Balivet's artwork. She's just stunning. She's just stunning. And this Breed is absolutely stunning with this, fire around her, fire in her hair, fire in her hand, fire in her dress, because it's this flame color that's so bright. So I really feel like with the presence of the King of Coins and Breed, you have all these spirits available. You have all of these magical allies helping you plant seeds for greater and future prosperity. And it is no coincidence that 2021 is a Hierophant year. And the Hierophant is astrologically aligned with the sign of Taurus, the sign of money and possessions. So I really feel like a lot of changes are already on their way with regards to 2021 and personal finance, personal prosperity, as well as global finance and global prosperity. Although and just an FYI, I will be doing a yearly a reading for the year for 2021. My intention is to do that within the first few days of January 2021, but that's another topic for another video for another day. I wish all of you many blessings. Thank you to all of you for the likes, for the comments, for the shares, for the subscriptions. Thank you to all of you who have been scheduling your sessions. I am very excited about concluding 2020, if for no other reason, because for me it's been a really good year. In spite of COVID-19, I've been healthy, I've been happy, I have not lost money. I've actually gained more money. I've actually received more money than I thought I would. And I certainly received more money than last year. So yeah, like I've said before, 2020 remains a much better year for me than 2019. And I have not been in a hospital at least once in 2020. That alone, overnight. That alone for me is makes 2020 a much more stellar year than 2019, which was anything but stellar for me. But I digress. I wish all of you a beautiful night, a wonderful week. For those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. You don't want me coming to your Thanksgiving dinner because by the time I finish stating everything for which I am most thankful, the food would be cold. And that wouldn't be good for nobody. Anyway, good night, peace, and many blessings.